What's up, peeps? I'm waiting for Ryan to pop on soon, hopefully, but hopefully you're pumped up for this call and for him to speak, so we'll just be waiting for him to hop on, but let's see. Everyone's muted, but if you want to unmute yourself, see what's going on, how is everyone's, today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, today's Tuesday. Yeah, how's your Tuesday been going? Everybody having a great, wonderful day in paradise, I hope. I'm excited, and thank you for Blaine's team for hopping on, and Bonnie's on, which is awesome, and Mary and Krista and Lindsay. Super, super cool. Excited to see your faces. What? Oh, Courtney's here. Come say hello.
Hello, meeting.
I think they can see that.
Yeah. I'm saying hello, meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm talking until Ryan hops on. He still hasn't read my message, so.
Hopefully he gets on.
No, he will get on. He better. He said 5 o'clock West Coast time, so he knows. But yeah, he's a guy who, man, I think it was before Summit last year. He kind of started following our. I should take this off. You can't see my face. He started following our stuff and talking to us because he knew a mutual friend of ours, a mutual coach, and he lived in the Pacific Northwest. And I didn't know who he was, and I was like, "Oh, it's another guy," which is awesome. And then we started chatting a little bit and found out he's been going through some tough times, and got to hear his story and talk to him and see his posts all the time, and it blew my mind what he was going through and dealing with, and yeah, I couldn't believe it. He always keeps a really positive attitude all the time, and is always encouraging and motivating. He's one of the people I think about when I'm out running or doing my workout. I don't feel like pushing any harder or doing it any longer because I think of him and what he's gone through. So, no, I don't think that's him. It's a phone call. He still hasn't read my message. I guess we could talk about. So until he pops on, how has everyone's February been going so far? If you don't want to speak, that's fine. You can put in the chat, but we're already a week into the second month of the year, which is pretty crazy. I can't believe that it's already gone by so fast, but yeah, it flies on by, which is insane because it's gonna be summer before we know it, and then it's gonna be New Orleans, and then it's gonna be Christmas again, like Punta Cana, yeah. The Success Club trip, which is gonna be pretty wild, but
we get to hang out with Blaine.
Yep.
And Steven.
Yep.
I was gonna share with you guys, like, if I'll just share with your team. Is everybody registered for Team Cup? Like, are you on a Cup team? Yeah. So everyone should obviously be meeting up with their team, and so on top of your own power hour and your 4 vital behaviors, like, you know, your own thing. Me and our team decided, like, this time we're gonna come up with like a theme that we can like focus on and have like a target area just to see like how it works on top of, like, you know, our own thing. So we're hitting like the market twice, but we decided to do like the wedding party, like boot camp. And if you guys, like, I don't know if you invest in like boosting your post, but you can target like weddings, bridesmaids, groomsmen, like you can target like that audience or whatever and pick your states and stuff like that. So we're having a lot of fun with it. I know, like, everyone put on like wedding veils and stuff like that, and then I haven't put on my wedding dress in, like, I don't even know how long. I knew it didn't fit me like like the year after I got married. So, but I made a video of myself in my wedding dress doing bicep curls. It's ridiculous. And we created like a jot form and stuff like that. So I just was going to say, like, I just wanted to share what we were doing. So maybe it can encourage you guys, because the Cup month is fun with your team. And it's kind of like, it gives you practice to coach, like, I mean, and be a leader in like a smaller group and like be more open and like learn some stuff. So another thing I just wanted to share with you guys really quick is that we also, like, a lot of, like, the coaches that are on my cup team, they decided that they're gonna, like, we run a free clean recipe group, like, on our own, like, we all offer this, and they decided to run, like, a free clean eating challenge inside the recipe group for all those people. So that I thought was another cool idea, and I just wanted to share with your team some of the stuff that you guys can, like, do for February. So that's all I wanted to say, and I'm excited that I'm on the call. Yay.
No, I like the idea of doing the free recipe challenge or whatever. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, we have, like, all of my coaches have to run their own free recipe group so to like add value to their, like, friends. So everyone has, like, a big recipe group that they just, like, add recipe to, like, every day for free. And so then we decided that we're gonna run like a clean eating challenge inside the recipe group for them. So
I like that.
yeah.
Hopefully he gets on. That would be fun. So yeah, we're just waiting. It's fun. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, Mom's always packing. I feel like Blaine right now eating food while on a video call.
Bonnie, I can tell Bonnie when Courtney's like, "Oh, I'm just eating." I saw Bonnie's face, and she's like, "Well, like, every time I do like if I do a one-on-one call with Bonnie or my team call, like, I'm always eating, always." Do you guys want to know something funny, like willpower? So my grandma bought those Costco rolls, you know, like the delicious ones. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Those, like, huge bag of, like, those delicious rolls. And she's like, "Honey, you got to take some of these with you." Like, and I don't ever want to make her feel bad. So, like, "Okay, Grandma, just give me, like, 6." And she's like, "Or 8." And she puts them in this bag. And right when I get out of my car, I unzip the bag, I smell them, I feel them, I take a bite of one of them, and I just throw the bag, and they go flying all over my front yard. And I go, "Here, birds, eat these rolls," because I'm going to eat them all. And then I had to call my husband and be like, "I feel so bad. Like, what if my grandma knows that I just threw those rolls on the ground?"
Hey, you're feeding the animals, so.
Yep.
I have problems. So I was like, I told Steven's like, "Yeah, you're going to probably eat every single one of them." And I go, "I know. I took one bite. They were delicious. I threw them on the ground."
I would have eaten all. Is there any other way to contact
So Ryan hasn't answered my message for the team call link, and I was just gonna have him talk the whole time, so I have nothing planned. But spitballing here off the top of my head to make it kind of a productive call. If you want to post in the chat just something like as a coach or personally, whatever that you struggle with, we created a free wellness group, and we had people introduce themselves and say, like, their name and kids and color and what's one thing they struggle with in life. So if somebody wants to post in the chat, like maybe business related or something you struggle with, we can at least kind of talk and brainstorm some ideas on how to deal with that while I'm waiting for him to hopefully still hop on because he hasn't read it. So what's something, nutrition is a big thing. Obviously, everyone always says that personal-wise, but recruiting, inviting to coaching, sharing on social media, those are all things that people struggle with. So what's something that you struggle with on a daily basis for yourself or your business? Let's see. I was messaging Michelle. Okay. Lindsay, inviting coaches, maintaining momentum with my own fitness. Both are work in progress. Yes, cool. Okay, and that has to go with Blaine's. Can you share your most successful way to recruit? Inviting coaches. Yeah. It's a failing forward process because, like what I did 2 years ago was definitely different than what I do now. I was told to just get coaches, and I didn't really know how, and so I just talked to people and really had no idea what I was saying. Now, kind of what I like to do is plugging people in our free groups or challenge groups and kind of encourage them to really engage in the groups and participate. And the people who are on a daily basis, not only showing up for the group and sharing the workout or sharing their accountability or whatever, but are encouraging other people and like comment on the stuff, those are the people I kind of make a list of like, man, like they're really supportive and positive and they're showing up every day for the workout because that's somebody that I want to work with. And
they show coach
habits.
Attributes are weird.
Well, yeah, qualities.
Qualities.
Good qualities.
That sounds better.
That's funny. Then I will kind of reach out to them and be like, hey, maybe you should think about coaching because you're already kind of doing what I'm doing in a sense every day. But also the maintaining momentum with my fitness. She's not on here. I don't think that's her phone number, but Rachel Young is one of my coaches, and she struggled for a long time of being consistent with her workouts, but also being consistent with sharing. Like everyone is, men and women. Men are shy about their workouts too. Obviously, I'm not, but there are men that are shy about that. But as soon as she started sharing more of her accountability on a regular basis, that's really what opened up the conversation to people, is because they saw it over and over and over again. And Michelle and I had a really good chat today, and I was talking to her about that of like, no matter what, I'm posting workout stuff every day. I'm posting motivational quotes every day so people see it over and over again. And maybe they're not interested per se, but they see it again and again. And, if you have the same people that are liking and commenting your posts or viewing your Instagram stories or Snapchats, then reach out to them and be like, hey, Lindsay, I've noticed you've been liking and commenting on a lot of my posts. Like, would you want to be a part of my workout challenge group I got going on? Or if you're already kind of sharing fitness accountability, I'm like, hey, maybe you think about becoming a coach, because you would maybe really like that. So those are just some of the things that I do. Sneak peeks, yeah, people run that. And Michelle actually messaged me and we talked about that today, something we're going to do. I think, Blaine, you guys have done it before, I believe, like kind of like the event for coach inviting where you go live in the event page and people can come on and you chat about coaching and different coaches will hop on and share their stories. I think we're going to start doing that in a couple weeks at the end of the month to really let people know what we got going on and provide feedback and give them kind of an insight into coaching and stuff. Yes, of course you can be a part of that. Do you have any tips? Like, what do you do for getting coaches and stuff?
I don't know. I haven't like mastered getting coaches yet. So I'm still working on that whole aspect of things. But I think for me, I just really focus on building relationships first over just like trying to find coaches. Because I feel like a lot of coaches tell you that you just need to like keep recruiting and recruiting and recruiting. But I think at times they forget that those are people and they forget to really build those relationships with them. So I know, because that's what I'm doing lately, is really focusing on actually creating relationships and then people who I feel like really would be good coaches or be a good part of our team. That's when I invite them. Or people who are like kicking ass in our challenge group and who are having or getting results with the program and staying consistent with that. Those are people I reach out to as well. So, but yeah, I'm still working on that. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a ton of coaches personally, so, but I don't think you need a ton, honestly. If you are building that quality relationship with them,
you just need the right people. For sure. And something we try to focus on ourselves and we've talked about in the team is really just, doing your 3 to 5 to 10 invites a day with coaching or workout programs, that really focusing on just starting new conversations with people and finding people that you want to talk to.
We went live in our team page the other day talking about this, and like we randomly just, like when we're driving, we like discuss things and whatever people do,
Talk in the car while you're driving? No one does that.
No one does it except for us. But we were talking about like the inviting process and how scary it can be for some people. And so we decided that we wanted to, like, what's the word? Reinvent that vital behavior. So instead of like invite, what was it? It was
like build a relationship.
It was connect, build, and follow up or something like that. So you're connecting with the people, you're building that relationship, and then you're constantly following up with people. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like, are you ready to start my challenge group yet? Or are you ready to start coaching yet? You can just follow up and ask how they're doing or whatever. Like, so that's
it's simple because the inviting process is scary, but when you're reaching out to people that you have like interests with, it makes it so much easier. Like Blaine is CrossFit, Lindsay has fur babies, like a lot of people do. Like you connect with people, like you see a cat post, you see a CrossFit post, whatever, you can comment on it. And like I say, like I have a lot of things I enjoy just like everybody else, but hockey, motocross, running are three big things. I'm going to find people that post about that and talk to them because I know what I'm talking about with that stuff. I love talking about it, and it breaks down that barrier. It doesn't mean if like Blaine posts a motocross picture, no, it's not. Blaine posts I don't know where the heck he's at.
I don't know where he's at.
Well, that's
what
weird.
was that?
Blaine. Yeah, go ahead. You can tag.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just gonna there are things too where I think that you have to. Okay, so what I was thinking about today is that when you're your first new coach, you have this warm market, and it's a warm market because your friends on Facebook are actually your friends, right? Like they're people that they've known you. You trust, you guys have this trust, so they want to sign up with you and they want to do what you're doing, and because you already have that warm market relationship with them. So I think what happens is that top coaches are like recruit, but they forget to tell you that now that you've moved into your warm market, you're growing your social media with a cold market. Like you're adding all these new friends, that don't know you. And it's almost like that same thing, like that, compound effect. So you have to keep adding these new friends. And maybe 6 months after you added a new friend and you've commented and liked them, they've built this trust. And then those people start to become your warm market, but then you're still adding new friends. Right? So you're just you keep adding this, you're building this. It's like you're building this family on Facebook over time, and everybody has to build trust. So I think a lot of the times as you go, you start off, you're really successful, and that's fine. But they say the 2 to 3 year mark is hard, and it's because you're trying to build your market and keep it warm, right? Build those relationships, and it's harder. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It does get harder to continue doing it, but it's doable if you want to do it. I don't know if that makes sense. So I've heard this since the first summit is the things that you think are hard now become very easy, and the things that you think are easy actually become very hard. So it starts changing and shifting in that way. So like I said, I do think recruitment is relationship building, especially for that, especially because you've already moved past your warm market if you're a new coach, right? So now you're trying to build those relationships. And that takes time. And it's very something that's you have to be really patient with. Because I might have recruited more coaches last year. I don't know. I think I did by 2 coaches or something. Or no, I recruited the same amount of coaches in 2 years, right? Which I should have grew a little bit. But I really think that my team now in the second year is stronger than it was in the first year. Because a lot of these coaches quit, but there's still the same coaches here. And this is my strength building. So a lot of the times too, people, I think when you sign up as a coach, a lot of people don't tell you that you're going to have challengers quit. You're going to have challengers hate it. They're going to send the package back. You're going to have coaches that quit. And I'm not trying to like tell you guys all the negative stuff, but it's the reality. You're going to have these things happen to you. And so what you have to do is stand up and be like, okay, am I cut out to like push through because I'm going to be a boss? I'm going to just compare it real quick to my best friend, but she owns 2 restaurants. She has a restaurant that is, I mean, she has a staff of 49 people. And when vacation and summers and all stuff, it turns around. People that have worked for her forever, maybe they quit. And she's like, what the hell? Like, I thought that was like my person, right? Like you think, and then she has to hire and train new people all over again. And so you really have to be like, I'm going to own this business. This is my business. And you have to know that these things are going to happen to you. And so like what Cam was saying and Courtney, like it's a relationship when you're recruiting, but don't be afraid to like try all other things, right? Like don't be afraid to see someone who's super fit and into exercise and all this stuff on Instagram and invite them into your coaching sneak peek, you know? Like don't be afraid to reach those people. But I'm telling you that the relationship will be your strongest coaches. But I'm just saying, don't be afraid to invite other people. Like, I guess I'm trying to, if I'm saying that right, don't be afraid to try all different things. Yep. So I always tell my team, like, what's going to make us different? Like, is somebody going to see you and be like, wow, you really make a difference? Or are they going to look at you and be like, oh, you're just another one of those Beachbody coaches? So you have to be yourself. That's where like being yourself really, really matters. Do not try to be a Beachbody coach. Be yourself. Talk about yourself. Talk about your journey. It doesn't matter. Like you don't have to be like, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach. You could be like, oh my God, I hated doing this workout today. I almost died. I mean, you could literally talk about it without ever saying the name of the workout that you did, and people are going to be like, what are you doing? You know? So I don't know. I think the recruiting thing, like you guys had like awesome recruiting is a learning. It's a learning. That's the hardest part, I think, of this business, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to share your vision, like let somebody else see your vision. And that is like, that's special. I don't know. It's like hard, but obviously there's people that do, because we wouldn't all be sitting on this call together. Right? But it's like few and far in between. So, but you just have to keep talking to people. And I was just going to share with you guys, for me, what I've been having really good luck with is I've been sharing the Shakeology podcast with my challengers as they start their challenge group, so that they can listen to what Shakeology is about. Why is it so important? And after their 3 weeks of like the 21-day fix, I always say, do you see the value in Shakeology? You know, besides the initial, oh my God, it's so delicious, how do I get more? I always try to upgrade them to the discount coach. That is like where I try to push my recruitment. And then from there, I will have a conversation. Hey, did you know that because you're a discount coach, you have a website? Have you ever thought about coaching? So I learned that is like a really strong way. Like I upgraded 4 people last month. And so I just realized that all of my challengers just need to keep cycling and getting upgraded into the coaching opportunity. And now, like, because we have those apps, like the Links app and the TBB Coach app, like even a discount coach could download those apps and sell to their friends and family. They don't have to be in the groups and run the business and make it their career. But those 2 things can, I mean, all they do is like, oh, here, put your email in, and it sends it to their friend. I mean, it's like easy coaching for them, right? So always pay attention to your challengers and help them see success and encourage them. I have been finding that this last year, that's where I'm most successful in recruiting coaches.
Yep, exactly. And that's like Beachbody's, I mean, they're recommitting to where they started. You know, it's focusing on getting people results. Like that's the whole point of what we do. Like once you become a coach, like what's your main job? It's to help people get healthier and improve their fitness. Like, it's not to be like, you know, be Arnold or be a marathon runner. It's to improve their quality of life and help them feel better about themselves and improve their self-esteem. Like, that's the whole goal, you know. And like Lindsay was saying, is like learning from your mistakes and failures and then reevaluating like what works. Like, I mean, we've done so many things over the course of 2 years that worked and didn't work, and you know, you're always just trying new stuff. But the biggest thing that you have to remember is there's gonna be times when you screw up or you do something wrong, but you know, you can't beat yourself up for it, and it's how you react to the situation. And I say this all the time because two people can have the same exact thing happen to them and have completely different reactions. Like, let's see, who am I looking at here? Let's see, Bonnie. Let's use Bonnie. I saw her first. Well, she's off. Bonnie's freaking awesome. So we're both coaches, right? Let's say we both have a coach randomly quit. We have no warning. We just sign in our back office. Bonnie loses a coach. I lose a coach. Same thing happened. Bonnie goes, oh man, like that really sucks. Like, I had high hopes for her, but you know, like, I'm not going to let it affect me, and I'm going to focus on the coaches I have and make this a great day. That's what she does. It's great. And I go and I see that somebody quit. And I'm like, what the hell? They just signed up like 2 weeks ago. Like, I'm a failure. Like, I'm not a good coach. Like, this is dumb. This isn't for me. I'm going to stop working out. I'm going to start drinking. I'm going to start talking crap to people on Facebook because my life sucks. Like, the same exact thing happened to us, but two totally different reactions. And it really does come down to how you react to situations, you know, like when somebody comes on your social media and attacks you with whatever you post, whether it's your body or religious beliefs or political or your animal or whatever it may be. And, you know, the easiest thing I can tell you, because it's so simple, on Instagram and Facebook, delete the comment, block the people, facepalm. Because as soon as you engage in those people, they win. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It does not matter. They just want you to come back at them, and they win. It doesn't matter if you post a picture of a white wall, and like, that's a black wall, and you freak out like, no, it's not. They're like, yes, I got under her skin. Like, so, you know, that's going to happen in your business. And for some reason, we were talking about this today, and I've gone live about it before. There is reverse body shaming that blows my mind. What I mean by that is someone who is into fitness. I mean, but the not so talked about body shaming. Everyone looks at like people that are overweight and you make fun of their body. Like, that's what's talked about all the time. But people that are into fitness and eat healthy and are in better shape, you don't have to be super ripped, but if you like health and wellness, we get made fun of more than anybody. Oh, are you gonna have a burger today? Oh, nope, it's gonna be a tofu burger. Loser. Oh, you're so skinny. Why do you work out all the time? Drink a beer. Like, just give us crap all the time. But can we tell them, oh, hey, guess what? You look like you packed on a few pounds since you had your wedding. Oh, how dare you? You're the devil. Wait, what? You just made fun of me for 2 hours about how I work out too much, how I'm too skinny, how I eat healthy. And I say one thing about you, and you can't handle it. And it blows my mind with people. Like, that's why America has such a problem with obesity and health-related problems, is because that's the norm. And anyone that's doing anything different and trying to, I don't know, prolong the quality of life, weird, I know. I kind of want to feel good about myself and live a long time, but I guess no one cares about that. But you can't tell people like they're fat or they look disgusting or, you know, stop eating that Twinkie, it's going to give you cancer. Like, you can't say that, but they can tell you all day long that, you know, working out is overrated, you know, salads are dumb, like whatever. So you really have to have a thick skin for sure and not let that stuff affect you, because what it comes down to is they're not talking about you. Like when Blaine posts a CrossFit video and somebody doesn't like fitness or CrossFit, they go, CrossFit's stupid. They're not talking about her. They just don't like CrossFit because they can't work out and they sit on the couch all day watching Netflix and they feel terrible about themselves. So to make themselves feel better, they got to tear Blaine down to make her feel guilty that she works out, which that's not going to happen anyway, because she's like, okay, yeah, I work out. That really sucks. Like, whatever. whatever. So that's what I always remember is they're not really talking about you. They're reflecting their own images of themselves onto you to try to get a rise out of you or to make themselves feel better. Like if I make fun of people for working out, I'll feel better about sitting on the couch and being lazy all day. It's like, no, it's not really gonna work for you, but whatever.
Well, obviously, speaker isn't here.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
I was gonna ask, like, if anybody like has like, does anyone like struggle with like posting on social media or think of what to post on social media? Yes or no? Because I feel like that's something new for coaches. Like when you like, so if you can just write in the chat box if you yes or no or whatever, if you guys have yes. Okay. So I feel like that this has been something that's come up as a beginning, like since the beginning of coaches, like, well, I don't know what to post. And, so here's the thing. This is what I say. I'm trying to, let me see if I can remember what I told my coaches. It's 5 things. And it is, okay, who were you before coaching? So you guys can write these down. Who were you before coaching? Who were you before you started like eating and working out, like eating healthier and working out? So same thing. Who were you before coaching? Have you changed since coaching? Bonnie, you might have to help me out of the questions I asked you guys. Mother effer. Okay. Sorry, hold on. I wrote them down. It was who were you before? Have you changed? Oh, what makes you stay? Like, why are you still here? Where do you see yourself in 3 years? And then there was like, I think there was one more of like, I think it was just like, I think I was saying, oh, why did you sign up? Like, why did you become a coach? Okay, so that was the 5th one. So I'm going to add like the 6th one of like who you are. Thank you, Bonnie. I freaking love you. Bonnie's like my girl on the notes. Her and Trisha. Okay. And I had it in the notes of my phone, but I'm not going to even go through that because I can't find it because I'm just not a good person when it comes to this. Okay. So hold on. I'm going to read your chat thing real quick. Someone write yeah. I'll write them in the chat when I'm done. Okay. So 5 things that you should talk about like on social media, like constantly, right? So we kind of at first would be like, oh, you should post it this time and this time and this time, and these are good times. 6:30 at night is really the only good time I think is a good time. Okay, like all the other times, just throw them out. They don't matter. Post when it's convenient for you. Kevin, Courtney, can you just like nod like that's okay because I'm all telling your team? Okay. You're probably like, that's not what we told them. Okay. So I felt like a lot of my coaches were feeling stressed out, like that, like it would be like noon and they haven't posted anything yet. And then they're like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to post anything the rest of the day because I haven't even posted. And like, they just like self-sabotage when it comes to posting. And branding yourself on social media and building that trust is so huge. And here's the thing, stay in your own lane and do not care if people unfriend you, if people think you're annoying, if people block you, who cares? You're not going to know. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a scroller on Facebook or Instagram. I will at night to try and like, I'll do my likes and comments and stuff like that, but it's never, I'm not a scroller. It takes up, my husband will be like, did you see this person post this on Facebook? Did you see this? Did you see this? And I'm like, nope, I didn't see it because I'm only on there posting and working my business, right? So that's just me. So you just have to take out like the, take out the stress of finding the right time to post. I really find it, I plan my post ahead. This makes it a lot easier for me if I know that I'm going to be busy. If I'm just like, messing around during the day and I have the day off, then I don't plan my post. But like the next 3 days, I will plan my post. I will make like 4 videos. I will take photos of my food. I will take selfies. And then I use those 5 things that I talked about to post. Like, who were you before, right? So say I post a picture of papaya. I'd be like, oh yeah, I never would have thought about eating papaya before. I would much rather get hot Cheetos and a Diet Coke. Like, you know, like this is how I ate before. And then I would say what I do now, right? And then you just kind of do like your before and after. Don't overthink posting. Like, it's literally like you just have to be yourself, like breadcrumb yourself and use your connective tissue. I did a training video on the Set Your Soul on Fire for connective tissue. And what I mean by that is like, what are 20 to 25 things about you? Not like feelings or whatever, not like you're happy or sad, but like what are you? Like, what is your job? Where do you live? Do you have a dog? Do you have children? Do you like this? Do you like that? You know, like, do you pay for the people's Starbucks behind you? I'm a weirdo. I always want to pay it forward and pay for the people behind me at Starbucks, but I think that's stupid because if they're at Starbucks, they have the money to pay for it themselves. So I get mad at myself for even trying to do anything like that because I could give it to somebody else who needs it. That's me. Do you have buyer's remorse? I have buyer's remorse. I don't know why, but I will always have buyer's remorse. It's like, but does it stop me from shopping? No. I just like get over it. I don't know what happens. I buy something, I feel so bad. I think about taking it back. I think about how I just wasted that money, how something else could like have been used for that. And then I'm like, okay, I won't think about that in a month. I won't think about that in a month. And then again, 2 days later, I'm buying something else. Like it's out of control. So, I mean, these are things about you, and these are things that will connect you to people. And you have asking questions and getting people involved on your social media. People love talking about stupid stuff, and like, you almost have to like not overthink social media and kind of dumb yourself down to social media. And what I mean by that is like, the jumping cats on YouTube videos is what there's like 17 million views. Like you gotta like dumb yourself down a little bit to social media. And it does not have to be perfect because it is like a post I made like a month ago. No one saw it like 2 days after I posted it, right? Like it's just not something, it's so fast acting. Another thing that I told my coaches to do, which is really awesome, is if you get a lot of traction from a post, and I learned this from Bonnie Engel at Summit, and I've been doing it, I literally copy what I've already wrote, my content, and just use a different picture. If you get a lot of traction from those, or like if you do an invite through the post and a lot of people put their email, do a similar picture and post the same content because it's your content. You can post it as many times as you want. So just take the stress out of posting on social media, and when you're completely yourself and you talk about those 5 things, 6 being like who you are as a person, and asking questions and being involved, it gets so much easier. It almost becomes fun, and you get a little bit more riskier. And, you know, something you would say to your friend, now you can say, you know, out loud. Bonnie, like, I'm just going to throw my coach, like, out there right now from when she started to now. Like, I remember not this Christmas, but the Christmas before, Bonnie was like, I've never wore leggings, and I'm going to wear leggings because I worked really hard. And I think Bonnie's lost, like, is it over 50 pounds, Bonnie?
Oh.
52. Yeah. And she's like, I'm going to wear leggings. I'm going to wear leggings. So she wore leggings, took a picture. This was huge for her to post it on social media. And she looks like this beautiful woman just standing by a Christmas tree. And I go, Bonnie, only you think it's weird that you're in those leggings because you look smoking. And she's like, oh, my husband was totally checking out my butt. So then, and like, this is what it's about. It's like, you know, this is why we do it, because we feel better and we change our bodies. So it's so exciting. But let me tell you, Bonnie, now, right? This was like that was not last Christmas, the Christmas before. So over a year, it's been over a year. Bonnie, now Bonnie, like, took a picture. She showed her hot pink panties, like pulled her pants down, showed her panties.
Oh, God.
She was like, oh, yeah? She was like, I am wearing panties just for those girls in the line behind me at Starbucks or whatever talking shit about my pants. And I was like, yes, Bonnie. I'm so excited. It didn't really go like that. I kind of added some bad words. It was that just of it. And like to see that growth, like just on social media, to like say, like, it's almost like you're standing up and be like, I'm a human, I'm like you too, and I matter, right? And I've worked really hard. Something as a fitness coach or even as a person that really I saw that came across this, and it's so important to me, like, and obviously it's all about judging, right? But I always, if you see somebody, like, I think the saying was like, the next time you judge somebody who is completely overweight, try to remember that they probably just lost 50 pounds and they're working really hard. You don't know that. Like, you know, you don't know how hard these people are working. You don't know their walk of life. All we are here to do is like inspire people and guide them through their journey, right? And then what's so cool about being a coach on that aspect is then you can offer a financial opportunity to these people as well. And you are not their boss, but you can guide them and mentor them and teach them what you've learned. And so it's just important, I think, to really be yourself, you know, on social media. You don't have to put it all out there. You don't have to, you know, give your past, like, unless you want to, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things about my life that I have not shared on social media, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean that you can't breadcrumb little parts of your life. You know, you don't have to write a book and tell a story in one day, like, oh, well, my parents got divorced when I was in 3rd grade and I missed school. Like, you know, you can literally say, who else has divorced parents? ? You know how many people would respond to that? And then everybody, and I hate to say this, like, it's very rare to meet people who are still married. My generation, like my friends, like if their parents are still married, I swear like 9 out of 10 of them say that their parents hate each other. Like, don't even talk to each other, nothing. So it's like, okay, well, you know, divorced or that. So just remember, like, I'm just talking about this. Just remember, like, everyone's human and has a walk of life and a journey that you don't know about. And so it gets easier on social media. And another thing, Bonnie shared one of her glamour shots. Yeah, the growth, you guys, it's all about learning and doing and growing. It really is. And so I don't care where you're at in your coaching business. You don't have to be a top coach. I think you should just, if that's your goal, I want you to go for it. But like, the goal is to like set something up for yourself. Like when I first started, I said, I'm never going to quit this because I'm tired of quitting. And my non-negotiable was Success Club 5 or higher. That was it. I set that goal for myself and I made it happen. But now I'm trying to learn all the rest of it. And I know it just takes time and patience and learning. I'm still learning on social media. There's still things I do not know that I'm trying to work.
We all are still learning.
I feel like even when you're like top coach, you're still learning.
Well, because like she's saying, like we overthink stuff so much, and like I don't know if you guys have heard this term before, but Blaine and I have talked about it when we first started chatting and the first time we did a Zoom call. She is basically the female Cam, like, or I'm the male Blaine. I don't know what way you want to say it.
Well, she's Was she older?
I don't know. Are you? How old are you? I can ask.
I'm older.
Damn it! I'm Blaine then.
I'm 31.
Okay, so I'm Blaine. But basically, I would say is the next time you go to post something on social media that you're afraid to post because you don't want to be judged or you're afraid to, for whatever reason, ask yourself this: what would Cam and Blaine do? And 100% of the time, we would freaking post it because we don't give a shit what people say. So that means post the damn thing because we don't care. I post ridiculous stuff. She posts ridiculous stuff. And some people love it. Some people hate it. I don't give a crap. You know, I'm gonna talk to the people that love it and want to talk to me. And the ones that don't, well, if they don't laugh, they have a black soul. Because some of the stuff I post, if they don't laugh, I'm like, man, what's going on in your life? Because I know somebody who's lost a mother, who's had a leg amputated, who had their grandma died, who had their cat ran over, and they laughed at that and you didn't. So what's wrong with you? Like, I'm dancing to Britney Spears lip sync in like girls' panties. Like, how are you not laughing right now? Like, what's wrong with you? So just post it. Don't.
You get like. We were I was in my team cup group because we have a group, like a push group going on our social media. And I was like, I just made the most ridiculous video in my wedding dress. Like, really, I'm going to post it, but I don't know if I should delete it. Like, and I was like having second thoughts and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to post it. And the best thing to do is not watch it back. Just post it. Like, just don't even pay attention to any of that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, post and move forward, post and move forward, post and move forward and see what works. But it was funny because I was like, oh, I'm going to boost the post. And then one of my coaches is like, they're like, wait, how did you just go from, should I delete the post that I just posted to, I just paid $20 to boost that post for the rest of the month? And I was like, I don't know. I just think people will want to see somebody in a wedding dress. So you just have to post stupid stuff. If you guys could see, I share with my team, like, the first things I posted as a coach, oh my gosh, you do not want to see the stuff that I posted. It's ridiculous. One time I put like 17 transformations in one like box. Like, you couldn't tell whose belly button, arm, leg, like it had like, I was like, who the hell would sign up with that? No one. But it's a learning process for sure.
Yeah, it is. So, I mean, first off, I want to apologize because I don't know what happened to Ryan. I talked to him 3 hours ago. And now he's...
You know, it makes me worried. Like, is he okay?
Yeah, I say, hopefully he's okay, because, I mean, he does have medical issues he deals with. So, I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about him, because who knows? So I hope he's okay, and it sucks that he's not on here, because he does have a really remarkable story. So hopefully he'll be able to hop on another time or down the road or whatever. But I appreciate everyone coming on, and this was just a spitball, because like I said, I was planning on going like, hello, Ryan, and I mute myself. So I had nothing set up, but hopefully we had some good nuggets of info. Blaine, if you could message me those things that you told your...
Oh yeah, I will. Can I ask you guys a couple questions first?
No. Yes.
Okay, so like on my phone, I just completely ignored that you say no.
She knows I'm a smart ass.
Okay, on my phone, for some reason, like I can't get my like Facebook page like to be like on my... Okay, so
like your like page is what you're saying.
Yeah, like so I have like my groups up here, like it like went away and now I have to go to my pages every time.
Oh, that happened to me one time.
You should be able to go into like your settings on your phone, like in your Facebook app, and like on the wherever the settings are at.
Oh, at the bottom?
Yeah, and I think newsfeed preferences or account settings, you should have an option in there somewhere.
Like favorite it?
I don't know, that happened to me and then it eventually went back.
Okay, I'll just kind of like look for it. I was like, if they deleted my like page, I'm gonna murder somebody because I just got over since I created my like page, I said 750 likes because I thought that was like gonna be easy. No.
That last was awesome.
I'm just now at 8:04, 2 years later. Is this like a real thing?
It's hard, you know.
Life pages are
It's-
hard.
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate that.
Okay, so, and then the other thing I wanted to ask real quick, because Bonnie's on here. Bonnie, I saw your video. How did you do that? Like the GIF video.
GIF.
This one.
I did it from my gallery, my picture gallery.
And then how do you do that though towards like a flipgram or like?
If you have more than 9 pictures, it'll turn it into
That.
a GIF file instead of a collage.
So in Facebook though?
No, it was on my gallery, on my phone gallery.
Oh.
I just did like highlighted all the pictures, and if you have more than 9 of them, then it turns it into a GIF instead of a collage.
So see, that's a cool thing. Like I saw that Bonnie just did that of her moves. Like I could do like what I ate for the last, like for the day. You want to see my food for the day? Boom, 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 boom. Did you do the lollipop thing?
Oh yeah, that was perfect timing to that.
I can't do that and I can't whistle.
I can whistle a little bit.
Okay, obviously this is
I have skills.
That's
I have
awesome.
skills. They kill. Okay. So I mean it's almost an hour on the call. We've been keeping our calls like 45 minutes or less, but it was gonna be longer tonight with Ryan, but yeah, hopefully it's okay.
Tim, I'm just gonna write the things in the chat box so that people who are
Michelle was asking, and I couldn't remember all the things. And also, since we're still on here, Michelle's still on here, I just saw her post that she posted on Instagram, Facebook, some accountability of herself, and she looks awesome.
Yeah.
Fit mom, hashtag fit mom, hashtag PNW mom, hashtag I don't care, hashtag share it up, hashtag just do me.
Just
hashtag.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag. See
You
that?
guys haven't seen that video?
Stupid stuff like that. Like people like watching dumb stuff. Like she was saying with the cat stuff. You could literally record yourself doing hashtag apples, hashtag, and 30 seconds and post it, and people would watch it because it's just so stupid. But you get people be like, oh my God, that video is so funny. You're like, okay.
I know, I need to do it. And just post it. Don't watch it.
Yeah, exactly. And like what I do a lot, and because people love giving their opinions, and that's why I stay away from religious stuff and politics, because I hate talking about that crap anyway, so you'll never see me post that, but they still love their opinions. If you guys follow my page, I post like Gushers or Fruit by the Foot, Butterfinger or Crunch Bars, mountain or beach, like just simple questions, and my feed blows up because people are just like, oh, I love the mountains, I love the beach, I like Gushers, I like Fruit by the Foot. Like they love giving their opinion, and then you can comment on all those stuff and start a conversation. Like Bonnie will be like, I love Butterfinger. I'm like, sweet. Like, you know, do you like regular Butterfinger, like Butterfinger BBs? Like, what did you used to eat? Like, I used to eat candy all the time, and then there's our conversation starter. So that's a way to just get engagement too, just posting dumb little questions. What's your favorite color? Do you like winter or summer better? Like, so simple, you know? Okay.
Dude, I asked people today, like, if they had suggestions on shampoo, and I swear to God, I got like 50 comments on it.
See?
Anything with beauty
See?
stuff.
And
And thanks, Courtney, you're keeping my post in the feeds by giving your opinion.
And I will say this again because it's the honest to God truth, as much as it sucks to admit. Women rule the world, boobs rule the world. It sucks, but it's true. But also with coaching, women have so much more that they can share about. So utilize it, like what Michelle said, shampoo, like you got makeup, you got eyelashes, you got lipstick, you got clothes, like underwear. Dudes don't talk about that stuff. Like it's like sports, beer, chicks. That's it. You don't talk to dudes about their body, about their feelings, what cologne they wear. You do not ask that, or you're gonna get like shocked. Like, so be a woman and embrace it, because you have so many things that you can share about it's ridiculous. Like everything, like what earrings do you use in the summer? Like that's a whole conversation that women will just run with, where a dude will be like, what shoes do you wear? Nikes. Cool. And then the conversation's over. That's it. It's done. There's no more. Like, oh, okay, well, nice chatting with you.
Unless you're my husband.
Yeah. I mean, him and I could talk about some stuff, I'm sure, for.
Another thing I wanted to tell you guys, and this is like crazy. So today I was like FaceTiming my husband. And then of course, like all his players try to get into the FaceTime. Then one of the other players tries to FaceTime me so I can get into the back seat and FaceTime the rest of them. And it's just like this big thing, right? Like this crazy joke, I don't know, that we always do. But anyways, they told me about this app called House Party.
Oh, God.
Do you know what it is?
I don't know, but it sounds fun.
Okay, so you can FaceTime. It's like Zoom, but you don't have to they don't have to download Zoom. They don't have to be anything. All you do is get their phone number, and then basically I think you can have up to 9 people. And you can all FaceTime and see each other. So on your phone screen, you can all see each other. Like it's like 333 or whatever, and you're all talking. So it's called House Party.
You can see all.
Yeah.
Like milking it.
Yeah. So you can all be FaceTiming at the same time, and I thought that would be a really cool way to do a coach sneak peek. Because then you're not asking someone to do like a Zoom, and it's more personal. Like I want to share the coaching opportunity. I'm having a house party. Oh wait, but it's not at my house. So look up that app because that might be fun, even just to meet up with your coaches or whatever. Because I know a lot of people don't pay for Zoom and they want to go longer and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, anyways, it would actually looked really cool. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you that we're having really good success with, if your team wants to hear it, is every month, I have a lot of stuff to give away, but every month I've been giving away, raffling off prizes in our challenge tracker, group. So I know I'm sure you guys have talked about that before, but what I do is I go back into my back office, I can see who's logged their Shakeology and workouts, and then I write their name down and I put it in a little cup, and then I put it into, I shake it and I draw their name, and we give out programs, or this month I gave out the 10-pack of the BPA free container, meal prepping containers. So, I mean, we've been doing stuff like that, and we got such good responses. I had all these girls message me oh my God, I never thought I'd win something like that. Thank you for keeping me motivated, and, all this stuff. So I feel fun, you have to have fun doing it, or it gets stressful. Just like anything else, you got to keep it fun.
Exactly. And before, I'll just finish it off here because we're going on an hour, so I'll let you guys all go. But perfect thing, I talk about fun all the time, and this job, it is a job. You do have to treat it that way, but you get to do whatever the heck you want. I did a video on my Instagram stories today, and then shared it on my Facebook, because people don't know how hard I work, but I also get to have fun at the same time. And we're house sitting for Amy and Kevin, so we're in this mansion of a house. It's ridiculous. There's a pool and all this. So I brought my laptop out to the pool bar or whatever, and I have the crib in the background. I'm listening to electric dance music. I'm voice messaging people. I'm checking out the challenge groups. I'm sending invites. So I'm working, but I'm listening to music. I'm people need to see how I roll. And it was me just rocking out to EDC music while I was working. And no job you get to do that. You work at McDonald's, you don't get to be bumping rap or pop music while you're flipping burgers. Turn off the iPod, help the customers flip those horrible burgers. You get to have fun with this. So enjoy it, walk around your house while you get to work in your pajamas, work from bed, whatever. It's have fun. Have more fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. We're focusing too much on the negative, because there's a lot of positives with this coaching thing. So Again, I appreciate everyone